guys, and in today's episode we're going to go ahead and get into the PlayStation Plus booster pack. Hello guys, and welcome to Warframe Weekly, your interactive, unadulterated, unofficial guide to the hack and slash adventure of Warframe. I am your host, Carl Cutler, and I am delighted to be going through all of this fun stuff that consists of the Obsidian skin to the glaive, adding the glaive, the PlayStation Plus stuff, and everything in between. So, as you can see, we got it, and we are on it right here, and it's actually a lot better in certain regards. And what happened?
It's attacking my feet.
Sorry about that. So, that's the obsidian skin attached to it, and then we start messing around with it. But I wanted to go ahead and mention a couple of housekeeping notes. In order to get a hold of this, it's actually completely free. If you haven't done the trial for the PlayStation Plus, you get 14 days free for the PlayStation Plus trial. And it'll allow you to get access to this entire pack for free. You're looking at free 3-day affinity boost, which is just going to level up all of your stuff a lot better. You're looking at free glaive, free obsidian skin specifically to the glaive, and that's just really cool. And free platinum, which is like impossible. So like that's really cool. So I decided to run a couple of matches just to test out the glaive. It's got a learning curve to it, if I'm being honest, because, well, as you'll see here, throwing the glaive leaves you open for like tremendous amounts of attacks. Like, actually, I think it's right here. I go up against this guy, I throw, I miss, and then he ends up getting a good couple of hits on me before I get my weapon back. So that's actually why I switched to my weapon, my primary, to see if I could shoot while going through all this. And it turns out I can, which is actually really cool. So that's actually what I decided would be like the best way to go about using the glaive, is just toss it and then, fire. Yeah, it's like, but like these guys weren't too much higher than me, so I kind of thought I should have been able to take them on pretty well, but they outnumber you. They'll give you a run for your money if you're not too careful. So then someone joins me. So it was pretty fun. In case you guys are wondering, I decided to speed up this entire video just so that way I can just cover the basics of what it is that I'm covering, and also show you guys what I've done lately with the Warframe Weekly account. So, as you can see, I'm taking names and kicking butt and all that. But nah, I love the gun. I love the Bratton. It's simple, it's effective. I like it a lot. And then I love Radio Blind, a good way to just get rid of people if they're just too much. As you can see, I took quite a wallop. I'm down to like 45 health. I was not doing the best with the glaive. But the reason why I thought the glaive would be a perfect weapon for me to go ahead and grab anyway was because it's the signature weapon of Excalibur, because of the Dark Sector video game that Digital Extremes had made years back, and the main character Hayden Tenno, his default skin, or his default armor was Excalibur here in this proto armor, and his major signature weapon in that was the glaive. And so I thought it would be great, go ahead, grab it, put on the obsidian skin, which I think is PlayStation exclusive, so that's kind of neat. We get a unique little skin for our glaive and what have you. Let's see, what am I doing here? Looks like I was doing a couple of runs. Yeah, I would often use the radio blind just to get rid of the attention that the enemies would provide, as I mentioned before. So yeah, this is just a little touch-up of me going through waves of enemies, being all kinds of cool. Oh, right! I unlock the Exalted Blade during this, and I thought that the next video, I believe, because I don't think I did it here, because I was just ready to leave at this time. The next video I do, which will be here in a minute, will be of me testing out the Exalted Blade, which is a very, very amazing move. It's one of the reasons why Excalibur is recommended in a lot of fights and what have you. Okay, so I do some touch-ups with my mods and stuff like that, nothing too extensive. I get rid of like damaged stuff because they're just in the way. Sorry for this not being the most exciting commentary. A lot of my projects and stuff are rushed right now because Warframe Weekly means that you're living up to an expectation. I regret this. No, I have a lot of fun with this. Actually one of the things that inspired me to do Warframe Weekly was that I always end up coming back to this game, whether I like it or not. Just something about it. It's got so much potential to be one of my favorite games, and it's always off by like a hair. Oh right, I put some endo into Pressure Point, and I think one other mod. This is good because you wanna do this in order to boost up your. So yeah, okay. So I increased the damage of the glaive, and I increased the attack speed of the glaive, because I thought maybe if I have a higher attack speed, then it'll come back to me faster. Oh right, I unlocked in the last excavation. I had unlocked my first Void Fisher. I was thinking about running it, but I thought maybe I shouldn't. Don't want to lose the only one I have. Might need it later when I want to do like several runs of it and what have you. So I decided to go to Lith, do a small defense in Africa. Yeah, I think it does come back to me a lot faster. So, like, I think that it is a good idea to toss on a Fury. That was actually really cool. I had thrown it, and it just reflected off of, like, 3 different surfaces and managed to hit those 3 guys. I thought that was pretty neat. So what I'll probably end up doing is getting the Glaive Prime and testing that out. I like the way that Exalted Blade sounds when it comes to speeding up and what have you. It sounds really funny. But as you can see, just really fast devastation with this weapon. You are firing just waves of just energy, and it's just pretty devastating, and it just all it does is deplete your energy. You could set it up to where you primarily focused on Exalted Blade and its duration, and you're looking at about, I think, a good 10 minutes of just Exalted Blade goodness, and that's outside of picking up anything. You could also toss on a energy siphon. I think that's what it's called. For some reason, I don't remember. But with the glaive being Excalibur's signature weapon, however, he gets a passive for using swords, probably because of his name. It's kind of mean. Oh yeah, there was a guy that had dropped, and we were trying to figure out how to get to him. I actually got lucky and managed to figure it out. But no, like, I think what they should do is do one of two things. They should either change that from swords to all melee weapons, or change it to like a slashing weapon focus. I personally think it should be all melee weapons. Excalibur being getting an attack boost just using a melee weapon, that makes a lot of sense. Like, even if it's just damage, does more damage than normal to everyone else, pretty much like the Mesa of melee weapons would be the setup. So I had decided to leave right there after Wave 5. This is pretty much the entire video to tell you about the PlayStation Plus booster thing, how to get a hold of it, tell you about the different things that I did with the glaive, how I touched it up. I'm probably going to keep running with it. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.